Joe Exotic needs your help. I got a message from Joe earlier today, and unfortunately, he was targeted by a gang. You see, Joe is gay, and it's dangerous to be gay in prison. They took a lot of shit from him. They smashed his tablet. He needs your help. You all spent God knows how many hours of your life being entertained by this man. The least you can do is send him a little bit of money, and every little bit helps. Joe didn't make any money off of the Tiger King documentary, so he's relying on you. Joe, we're live on Instagram. How are you?
What's up, man?
Well,
Crazy.
yeah, this is crazy. I'm really sorry to hear that this is happening. So why don't we just go ahead and get right into it, because I know we only have 15 minutes. There's been a scabies outbreak in the prison.
This is nuts. Okay, they have 300 of us quarantined in one unit, and there's 140 confirmed cases. I'm one of them, okay? These things, you know what a chigger is?
Yes.
These things are like more vicious than chiggers. And okay, so anyway, the person, okay, this is a medical center, okay, and where they buy their supplies is like 2 miles from here at Valley Vet Supply. Okay, so instead of getting medicine to treat everybody, they just lock us in a building, so that way whoever doesn't have them is gonna get them, okay, and then they're not gonna give us medicine until next Tuesday, okay, to try and kill them because Monday's a holiday, so they all got to take off.
What the hell, Joe? That's ridiculous.
Dude, let me tell you. Last night I caught the 8th rat under my bed on glue traps in 3 days. 8 rats in 3 days.
Good Lord. So,
You tell me Brittany Griner in Russia had scabies and caught rats in her cell every night.
that's insane. So, okay, how long has the rat infestation been a problem?
Dude, they're everywhere. And it's not just here either. When I was in Atlanta prison had rats. Butner had rats. It's just the government doesn't spend the money to do anything, to fix anything, or take care of anything. You know, this could have been stopped. This man that started the scabies outbreak 7 months ago, and he laid in bed with sores and bleeding from itching and everything else for 7 months, okay? And then finally, lawyers had to get involved, okay, and get something done, because all the medical people can say is go buy some cream on the commissary, go buy some cortisone cream on the commissary. You know, when the taxpayers are paying this, but what's crazy is 7 months ago this could have been solved with an 18-cent pill called Ivermectin. Okay, because that's what they're waiting to give us, this ivermectin, which is the same thing we used at the zoo to worm and take care of parasites on the tigers and the bears. And this all could have been prevented 7 months ago with an 18-cent pill if somebody would have gave a shit.
And they feel that they can just sweep this under the rug because you're prisoners, and so who's going to care?
Yeah,
who's going to know?
You're nobody, dude. Yeah, you're nobody. You know, these are still people's sons, fathers, you know, kids. You know, it's insane. And not to mention, not all of us in here are guilty. So, but could I get away with, if my vet would have diagnosed one of my animals with a skin problem like this, especially something that's contagious, I would never have gotten away with saying, "Oh, well, we'll treat him next week."
Yeah, it's
This
pretty.
call
It's
was
pretty.
from a federal prison.
It's pretty rich.
The USDA would have wrote me up and fined me for letting my animals suffer.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty rich to me that you have received so much criticism, and with no actual evidence of any sort of abuse. This is just all hearsay. You've received so much criticism for the way you've treated your animals, yet here we have an actual example of human beings being ignored by a system that is entirely inhumane, doesn't care about its people, and I'm just happy that you're able to speak on this.
This is your Vice President Harris and President Biden. Okay, this is what they promised you when they ran for office, was prison and justice reform, and there ain't been shit done. Actually, it's gotten worse.
Yeah, what you're describing right now, the scabies outbreak and the rat infestation, this has been a problem in American prisons for decades, and nobody's done a damn thing about it.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And and a lot of it is before COVID. Before COVID, they had laundry 4 days a week. They used to wash your clothes 4 days a week. And since COVID, now it's just one day a week. Uh, you got to wash your clothes and live in dirty clothes for the rest of the week, unless you wash them by hand in the sink or in the shower, which is what I do every day. I take a shower. I have to wash the clothes that I took off
It's
in
insane
the
to
shower.
me how much money is leaving this country right now, and we could be improving conditions in prison because prison is supposed to be a place for rehabilitation. But how are you supposed to achieve any sort of rehabilitation if people are being treated like this?
Dude, let me tell you, rehabilitation. Okay, if you don't come here a crackhead, chances are you're leaving here a crackhead. Because I live in a dorm with 16 people, and 11 of them sit there all day long, drooling, smoking K2.
Oh my God. I can't even imagine what you've seen, Joe. I know you have so many stories that you can tell about the horrors of the U.S. prison system.
It's crazy. It's just crazy. There's no fixing it. It's a money deal. Okay. So what did we do? Did we wait long enough for this thing to get so infested that whoever is selling the medication that they want to wait until they have to treat 1,400 people instead of 2 people 7 months ago?
Right, right, exactly. That's the problem is that the focus is on the economics of the issue and not actually empowering people to improve their lives. If that's the stated goal, which so many politicians will tell you, oh, we want to create a humane prison system where people can build a new future, and that's a load of bullshit. Nobody can build a future on this kind of rotten foundation.
No, no, absolutely not. There's no helping this at all. The best thing that I've heard in the last 4 years is President Trump says that if he becomes president, anybody that qualifies to go to a federal camp should go home and work, and that would probably send 40,000 people home and get them off the taxpayers' expense.
Yeah, Joe, that is one possible solution, and I know there's a lot of other solutions too. I know you have a lot of experience, obviously, with the real conditions inside of prison. So I want to hear from you right now. What would you do if you were in power? How would you address the problems of the prison system?
But first of all, it's so corrupt. I don't even. I thought about this because I want to be in Trump's cabinet if he wins, but I want to be the director of the Federal Fish and Wildlife. I thought about asking to be the director of the BOP, but the BOP is so corrupt, you can't straighten this up. I truly believe that it has to completely collapse first because the staff is corrupt. There's so much crime going on inside the prisons that it's insane. There's the drugs are. Look, I've seen more drugs in here than I ever saw out there, and it's because they get a higher price for it in here. A one joint of marijuana is $35.
That's insane. It's ridiculous. Of course, for those of you who don't know, the United States imprisons more people than anywhere else in the world. This is a prison state.
And it's because it's a moneymaker. George Bush, the Bush family owns Unicor, which is the company that the inmates work for free to make shit for Unicor to sell. And then Bob Barker gets, he's got all the clothes and the shower shoes and the toothpaste and the toothbrushes. All that shit comes from him. And then God knows who has contracts with the commissaries because, like our commissary, we have supposed to have 1,400 people here. If you take 1,000 people and you're allowed to spend $360 a month on the commissary, say 1,000 people only spend $200. Okay, that's $250,000 a month. Okay, on just the commissary. And where is that profit going? Because it's not going back into prison.
Obviously, there's an incentive to lock people up, and there's an incentive to keep people quiet. And that's one of the reasons why you're still in prison.
Yeah, because I'm not going to shut up.
Exactly.
No, this is wrong. And, you know, it's not just wrong for me. It's wrong for 165,000 other people that are supposed to be in here learning a lesson, you know, and fixing what they did wrong. But instead, it's a revolving door because you leave here worse than you came.
Right. So one of the reasons why it's so important to me that you get out of prison, Joe, other than the fact that you're innocent, you don't belong in there.
This call is from a federal prison.
Is the fact that you can be the #1 advocate for prison reform in this country. With your charisma, with your following, with the knowledge that you possess, you can be the #1 prison reform advocate. And that's why it's so important that you get out.
My goal is to testify in front of Congress the minute I walk out this door.
Good. Okay, so Joe, we're almost out of time, but are there any more details you can give about this scabies outbreak? I mean, is there anything that we can do to raise the alarm here and bring attention to this?
You know, get on Senator Dick Durbin's email, Senator Ossoff's email, and Colette Peters, the director of the BOP's email, and start raising hell that it's the medical people that they contract, okay? They're the ones that don't give a shit, because I went to medical every day or every week for the last 4 weeks asking for medicine to stop this, okay, for myself. And all I ever got was, oh, that's just a rash. Go to the commissary and buy some lotion. Okay, bullshit, man. 18 cents, and I wouldn't have had to do this for the next 2 weeks and been through this for the last 4 weeks. Because let me tell you, you never stop itching. You never stop itching.
God, that's miserable. I am so sorry to hear that, Joe. Listen, we are giving prayers for you and all the other inmates who are dealing with this. We're going to put the link to those, we're going to put the email addresses in this video so that people can send an email. Definitely do that. Go out and send an email. Raise hell. It's bullshit that people, I don't care what your political affiliation is, it's absolute bullshit that Americans are being caged like this and then being forgotten, just left to suffer from infectious disease and rat infestation. This is not something that we should accept in the United States of America.
No, absolutely not. You know, again, you know, I hate to keep going back to Brittany Griner and Paul Whelan and Trevor Reed in Russia, but it's the same thing. And people that are hearing me right now need to think about this, because you have a better chance of being arrested in this country and put in jail than you ever do winning the lottery. Okay, keep that in mind. We have 300 million people in this country, and there's 2 million in jail right now, and that's not counting how many have been and how many are on their way. Okay, that's just right now.
Yeah.
So you have 1 in 230 chance of being put in prison in this country. Okay, but you never see them in Russia on TV in court in an orange jumpsuit, chained up around their belly and their legs and everything else, made to look guilty. Okay, in Russia they were in street clothes, they looked good, they only had handcuffs on, and that was it. In America, you're in an orange jumpsuit and you're chained up like a fucking monkey. And you're guilty from the minute you walk in the courtroom, and that's what has to change.
Yep,
they get back to you're innocent until proven guilty.
That's fucking right. They sell the police state to us so they can make money off of human souls, and it's disgusting.
It's absolutely crazy. But hey, get everybody on. I know I talked to you about another issue that I had. I get everybody on my website and help me out. Spread the evidence link around. And, yeah, we're going to have to throw a lot of shit away, so I'm going to have to buy some new stuff.
Shit, okay, yeah. All right, Joe, well, thank you so much for calling in and getting this information out. You're doing a great thing for a lot of people. Never stop fighting. Stay strong. We're going to keep fighting for you out here. We're going to keep fighting for all the inmates who are suffering, and we're going to achieve prison reform.
I appreciate it, man. Tell everybody I said I'll send my love.
Okay, yes, we love you, Joe. Goodbye.